I'm using this fish and seaweed fertilizer to fertilize my plants. I did it last night and I used this 2-gallon bucket. And so I'm supposed to put in like 2 tablespoons, I think. I just sort of eyeball it, but it is stinky. It is really, really stinky. I just wanted to come out here this morning to see if it still stinks, and it doesn't. It actually kind of dissipates because you dilute it quite a bit. But this container is rank. It's like very, very still. It smells like the aquarium, you know, the smell that you have right next to like the penguins or something. So. But anyway, it's supposed to be good for the plants. I plan to do it once a week. I'm not sure if I'll be using this fish emulsion every week, but I'll be fertilizing every week. Here are 2 okra plants in the original 5-gallon container, which I sowed the seeds, and then the 3-gallon container where I moved one of the 4 seedlings. And you can see that there's a size difference, but it's not clear if it's the container size or if it's because I transplanted this and it needed time to recover. But they're both doing really good, so I'm pretty happy about that. And these are 2 okra plants in 5-gallon containers that I transplanted to bring to the community pot. And these are the 2 that I actually thought would not survive, but they've bounced back. You can still see some of the damage in the leaves, but I think they're going to be fine. All right, so we're at the end of week 5. There's a truck outside, so it's really loud. But I just wanted to do like a quick overview of everything that's going on in the garden. I know I showed you the okra really up close and personal, but I just wanted to show everything else that was on the balcony. All right, so these are the 2 okra plants that I'm gonna take to the community garden. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I hope soon. Here's the sweet potato. The leaves are getting a lot bigger, and so I think it's doing okay. I don't really know how else to gauge it, but it looks all right. So here's what the foliage of the sweet potato plant looks like. This one is planted deeper, so a good portion of the stem is inside the soil. Here's the basil that I transplanted from the original 5-gallon bucket. These are basils that I started from seed. And here are the 2 okra plants. This is in the original 5-gallon and this is in a 3-gallon container. Here's the basil that is in the 5-gallon container that I started from seed. I've been wanting to split it, but I haven't done it. Hopefully I'll get around to it. If not, I'll just harvest from this container. Here's the leftover 5-gallon container that I harvested the basil from, and this is where I was supposed to transplant some of the basil, but let's see if it happens. Here's the kabocha plant. It's really spreading out. It's giving off a lot of offshoots, and I think I need to manage that just because there's a finite amount of space in that 5-gallon container, and I'm not sure I can support it nutritively. I'm fertilizing, but that might just not be enough, so I'll just see and cut some offshoots out if I think it's necessary. But so far it's sort of shooting out and it's looking good. So there's the container. It's empty, 5-gallon, that the kabocha died in. And here is the habanero plant. The habanero plant is doing really good. It's starting to blossom, and so I'll be expecting some fruit soon. So you see that there's just a lot of tiny white flowers everywhere. So hot peppers always do really good in containers and on this balcony, so I think it's really resistant to the heat. Here's a 3-gallon container of oregano and basil. I just transplanted 1 basil, and actually the oregano, I thought it was not doing so well, and it's picked up and it's gotten a lot bigger and happier, so I'm pretty excited about that. Here is my volunteer tomato plant in a 3-gallon container. It's really too small to support a tomato plant, even for determinates, and I don't know what kind of tomato plant this is. And on top of that, the soil line is pretty low, so it's probably like 2 gallons or 1.5 gallon of soil at most. But I'm gonna see if I can find a little bit more soil to top it off. But this is kind of a bonus plant, so I'm just kind of watching how it does. Here's the sweetie pepper plant. This one is really not doing anything really. It's maintaining itself, but it's not getting any bigger. Maybe it's too late in the season, or maybe it's a small plant. I don't really know, but we'll just see how it goes, because sometimes it picks up with time, so we'll see. This is the final plant. This is the other sweet potato plant. The tuber, the original tuber, is right under the surface, and definitely the leaves have gotten a lot bigger since I've put it in the bucket, so we'll see how it goes. I might try to see if I can eat the leaves, because I don't know how probable it is to get any tubers, but maybe I'll get some nutrition out of it by eating the leaves. This is our first harvest from the balcony this year. It's a whole bunch of basil, and these are the store-bought basil plants that I transplanted, and it did really well. And you can see the base of these plants are woody, so I think it was good that we harvested. This is what we have. I'm going to strip all the leaves, wash it, and make pesto and prepare some lunch for the boys tomorrow. I'm doing this while I munch on some pickled cucumber from the community garden, and it's really good. It's a very simple recipe. It's like an overnight pickle, I guess, with a Japanese twist, and it's delicious. And this one is the beef steak. I think it's called Beef Master beefsteak tomato, I believe. And this is the first one that I picked. It's beautiful. It's a little bit orange. I wasn't sure if it was ready to be picked, but there was one that was almost the same color, and it was eaten by rats, so I figured I'd pick it before this one was eaten by rats too. So I'm starting to get a nice steady harvest, so that I can sprinkle some fresh vegetables here and there. So it's very exciting. Like, I'm so happy about this. All right, so I'm gonna get to work. And there we have the pesto and the tuna pesto pasta for tomorrow. And it's delicious. I love it. It smells great. Hopefully the boys will like it too. Okay, so that was the week 5 update of the Charm City balcony garden. Things in general are looking pretty good. We had good rain this week, so I think that helped out a lot. And I will keep you posted on how the garden goes. Alright, thank you for watching, and happy gardening! Bye-bye!